Have you ever noticed how sometimes a woman is drawn to you? Not just casually interested, but deeply captivated, almost magnetically. Is it your looks, your confidence, your charm, or could it be something far more subtle, something she doesn't even understand herself? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." What if the reason she's drawn to you has less to do with what you show on the outside, and more with what you reflect back to her inner world? In today's video, we'll explore a Stoic lens on attraction. Specifically, 2 powerful reasons why a woman may fall for you. Not for your words, not for your smile, but because of how you mirror what's missing in her life. We'll break down the hidden drivers behind romantic pull, how your masculine presence can stir emotions she's kept buried, and why you might unknowingly become a symbol of strength, peace, or freedom. Qualities she craves but hasn't yet claimed. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's psychology, filtered through the lens of ancient wisdom. And the more you understand this, the less likely you are to mistake fantasy for love. Hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss a future video. Let's grow your masculine magnetism together. Now, let's begin. Most men believe that when a woman is drawn to them, it's because of something external. Your appearance, your voice, maybe your confidence. But the Stoics saw things differently. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." So what if her desire isn't truly about you? What if she's pulled toward the part of you that reflects something she's missing? You see, deep inside, every woman carries shadows, hidden pieces of herself she's forgotten, rejected, or never allowed to fully become. These fragments don't disappear. They wait, they whisper, and sometimes they scream. And when you walk into her life with presence, strength, grounded masculinity, you stir something inside her she didn't even know was asleep. You don't just attract her, you awaken her. Imagine this. She's lived carefully, always responsible, always planning, always in control. But secretly, she's tired of it, tired of the pressure, tired of always holding it together. Then you show up. You're calm, but not cold. You're clear, but not rigid. You walk like a man who knows who he is, even if you say nothing. And to her, that's magnetic, because it feels like home. Or more accurately, like the version of herself she abandoned long ago. Suddenly, you become the symbol of something she's never given herself permission to be. Free, wild, grounded, alive. This is the first reason she falls in love with you. You represent what she lacks. It's not just about opposites, it's about revelation. Opposites attract, yes, but deeper than that, opposites expose the gap between who she is and who she wants to be. A chaotic woman may be drawn to your discipline. An overly emotional woman may crave your inner stillness. A woman lost in endless choices may find comfort in your unwavering clarity. But here's the warning. If she doesn't recognize that what she craves in you is something she could develop within herself, she may begin to cling, not out of love, but out of unconscious need. She may start to depend on your presence like a drug, because you're not just a man to her now. You're a mirror, a guide, a fantasy. And fantasies, my friend, are fragile. The moment your humanity disrupts her ideal, when your flaws appear, when your shadows show, the illusion begins to fracture, and the love that once felt powerful suddenly feels uncertain. Because she didn't love you, she loved the part of herself that you unknowingly represented. And when that part is no longer safe in your presence, she recoils. That's the danger of projection. It builds an emotional connection on borrowed meaning. You were never meant to be her missing piece, but she made you into it. And now, the pressure is on you to hold up a reflection you never asked to carry. Stoicism teaches us that no external thing should define our peace. Not praise, not criticism, and certainly not someone else's idea of who we should be. A man who understands this doesn't collapse under the weight of someone else's fantasy. He stays rooted because he knows her desire is not his identity, her admiration is not validation, and her projection is not his responsibility. So what do you do when you sense this happening? You stay grounded. You observe without feeding the illusion. You show up as you are, consistently, clearly. And if she loves that, that's real. But if she withdraws when your image no longer serves her inner need, you let her go, because you were never the solution. You were just the reminder. If this message opened your eyes, hit like and subscribe now. The journey to becoming an unshakable man starts with self-awareness. Here's a question for you. Have you ever been placed on a pedestal only to be rejected when you showed your true self? Let's hear your story in the comments. There is a strange kind of affection where a woman gets pulled toward you, not for what you say or how you look, but for something deeper, something unseen. She feels like she's known you forever, as if you didn't just walk into her life, but returned from some vague, forgotten memory. To you, it's just a moment, but to her, it's an awakening. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Take charge of your mind, or someone else will." And sometimes what you unknowingly awaken is an image she's carried her whole life. Stoics understand that within each person live archetypes, inner blueprints shaped by childhood, by parental figures, by culture, myth, and unspoken emotional needs. Every woman carries within her a quiet image of the man she longs for, not the man society told her to want, but the one she felt in moments of awe, fear, or need. It could be the strong father she admired, a silent protector in a book, a figure who made her feel safe, alive, or simply seen. She doesn't realize this image exists, but it's there, dormant, waiting. Then one day, she meets you, and for reasons she can't explain, you match. Not in appearance, not even in personality, but in essence, in vibe, in the way your presence shifts the air around her. She doesn't know why, but there's something about you that makes her feel like she's coming home. She'll say, "It feels like I've known you forever." But this isn't destiny. It isn't soulmates. It isn't fate. It's her unconscious responding to a symbol she's carried all along. This is the second reason she falls in love with you. You awaken a powerful unconscious image inside her. But here's the problem. She's not loving you. She's loving the image. You've become the screen for a movie she's been watching since childhood. At first, it feels incredible. You feel wanted, admired, elevated, but then it changes. You're no longer free to be human. You're not allowed to have flaws. You can't stumble. You can't evolve, because every change disrupts the fantasy, and when that fantasy begins to crack, so does the connection. What once felt divine becomes confusing. What once felt perfect now feels distant. The warmth fades. The admiration twists into disappointment, because the truth always wins. And the truth is, you are not her fantasy. You never were. You are a man, not a mirror, not a myth, not a memory brought to life. This is why so many passionate relationships burn bright and then collapse, because they weren't built on understanding. They were built on projection, a script trying to play itself out in real life. But no real man can play a perfect role forever. So what do you do? Epictetus teaches, don't try to become what others want. Be yourself, steady and sovereign. As a man, you must see when you're being turned into a symbol. You must choose presence over performance, truth over image. Step off the stage if you must. You owe her no illusion. And if she stays after the mask comes off, that's real. But if she leaves when the image fades, then she wasn't in love with you, only the idea of you. If you've ever felt like a projection of someone else's dream, hit like and subscribe. The journey to becoming a free man starts with knowing who you are. Have you ever felt that a woman loved a part of her past, not the man you are today? Let's talk about it in the comments. Some relationships leave deep wounds. A woman walks into your life like a storm, and when she leaves, you're not the same man anymore. But if you think that pain was a mistake, you might be missing the biggest lesson. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you." That truth hits differently when you've been broken by love. Because love is not just an emotional ride, it's a tool for transformation. Every woman you've ever loved was a mirror. And what you saw in her was something you needed to see in yourself. Some women reflect your hidden strength. Others expose your fears. Some wake you up. Others tear you down. But all of them serve one purpose to help you become whole. The same is true in reverse. When a woman falls for you, it's not always about who you are. It's what you awaken in her. You may be the man who stirs her deepest longing, or the symbol of a part of herself she lost long ago. You're not just a person, you're a turning point, a mirror, a psychological invitation to grow. But here's the truth. Not every relationship is built to last. Some are meant to shake you. Some come to destroy illusions. Some are here to end old cycles and open new doors. Epictetus called these moments synchronistic events. Random in appearance, but deeply meaningful in timing. When someone enters your life at the exact moment you needed them to, that's not coincidence. That's alignment. Even the painful ones, especially those that scar you, they are not failures. They are thresholds, moments that break you open, just enough to become someone new. If you've ever met a woman who changed your life, even if she walked away, hit like and subscribe. You never know who else needs this message. And tell us in the comments, who was the teacher in your life disguised as heartbreak? So, why do people fall in love with you? It's not because you're flawless, not because you check all the boxes or say all the right words. It's because you reflect something they've lost, or awaken something buried deep within them. And the same is true for you. You don't just fall for who she is, you fall for the part of her that mirrors something inside you, a piece that's been missing, forgotten, or never fully owned. It's not just attraction, it's recognition. Something inside you whispers, there it is. That part of me I've been searching for. But here's the danger. If you don't recognize the pattern, you'll repeat it. Over and over. Same woman, different name, same high, same fall. You'll think love is pain. You'll think you're cursed. But the truth is, your unconscious is trying to teach you, trying to evolve you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Real love begins when you stop looking for someone to complete you and start becoming whole on your own. From that space, you don't chase, you don't perform, you don't cling, you observe, you choose, you attract with presence, not with need. Every relationship becomes a reflection, a teacher, not a savior. You begin to see, she didn't hurt you, she showed you your wounds. She didn't leave you, she left you with truth. She didn't fail you, she fulfilled her purpose, to move you forward, to wake you up. And the ones who stay, they don't complete you, they complement you. They walk beside the man who no longer needs to be rescued. This is what love becomes when you awaken. A path, a mirror, a crucible for growth. You don't just fall for her, you fall for the version of you that she helps bring alive. And if you're wise, you'll bless every woman, even the ones who left. Because none of it was random. None of it was wasted. Each one shaped the man you are becoming. If this helped you see love with new eyes, hit like and subscribe. Watch the next videos on your screen. They're here to sharpen your path. See you in the next one, brother.